Hello everyone and welcome to Friday. It's been a day. Yesterday, for the past 2 days, we've been doing test streams and trying to get everything working, and then this morning I woke up and tried to get some other games working. The issue has not really been, up to this point, games not working. It's been that the Nintendo 64 doesn't have a specific resolution that it outputs to, and because of that, it confuses some of our equipment. And that's bad. It would be a lot better if it just output it at one specific resolution, but it doesn't. It's kind of varied in resolution and frame rate, so we've had issues with that. But this morning I came up with a solution that would work, and it worked for most of the games, and then it didn't work for some of the games. And then, near the end, I lost audio, and I haven't gotten that working yet, and I'm getting concerned that maybe the audio portion of the Blackmagic card has died. Maybe. I don't know. I gotta get home and test it. But one of the things I needed to do was I had to pick up the games from Roland. Yesterday, Roland told me he got what I read as 4/5 of the remaining games, but that's not what he meant. He meant 4 or 5. So we're actually still missing 25 games. Fortunately, they are games that I do not think will be asked to be played, but I'll put a disclaimer on the page that says, we don't have these games, so people won't be able to request them. Things what we got. I got a backup N64. This is the N64 actually that the store uses to test games, so I have that. That's a third N64, so we should be good. I have the power cable for that. I wasn't sure if I had a Hey You Pikachu mic or not. I had one when I was a kid, but I don't know where it is. It might be at my parents' house, I'm not sure. So I have that, and I have a spare copy of Hey You Pikachu. I got an extra expansion pack in there, and then I have the games that that he was able to get whenever he went around and looked through some of the stores. So none of them are probably games that'll be requested. It's like Polaris Snowcross and Cyber Tiger and FIFA. It's games that probably won't be requested, but they could, so we wanted to at least have them. So the other interesting thing is that I brought in some games that I could not get to work, period. There was like 8 games that I just could not get to load, and I couldn't figure out why. And I brought them in to Roland, and he asked if I had been cleaning them with alcohol, which I had been, and he said, actually, you should use a nail file. I've never cleaned a game with a nail file. I've never had to. Anytime I've ever used rubbing alcohol, it's always worked. He said they actually clean all the games that come in the store with a nail file. And he did. Like, it right in front of my eyes. He did it the first time it played on all of them. Because I brought all 8 in, and they all worked the first time. So, good. Things are good. Now that I know that they work, then I should be able to do that for any other thing. So, it's just now about noon. I'm going to get home and try and get things working again, and then once I get it working, I'm going to be streaming all day testing cards. Another evening, another stream, and this one is going pretty well. Today was a struggle because I think I mentioned it earlier on the blog, but the audio portion of the Blackmagic Intensity Pro died. It just died, and it's not even a Mac thing. It's not like, oh, it only died on Mac. It died, period, because I can't even get it working on Windows. So something with the hardware failed, and that's a problem. So what I ultimately ended up doing, I spent several hours trying to figure out how to get it working on OS X, and it ultimately wasn't going to work because the Elgato is not compatible with OBS on OS X. So I had to bite the bullet and go into Windows, and things have been pretty smooth on Windows. I got things up and running, and I'll show you exactly how the setup works. The stream is live, and they unfortunately can't see. I'm sorry, stream. So down here, this is the RGB modded N64. This has been playing most of them, which is really good. This is hooked up to the Elgato. Next to it is the N64 I'm borrowing from the store, and that is hooked up. I'll show as I go around here. That is hooked up to this. This is a little video converter, but it can only take in the video because the audio to the Blackmagic doesn't work unless it's run through RCA, but the HDMI doesn't work. So this is taking the HDMI video, and then we're running the audio to the Blackmagic, but through RCA. That's the only way it'll work because the HDMI audio is what died. Now the Elgato is running up to here. This is from the modded N64, and then it's going through the FrameMeister first. It's going through the FrameMeister and then to the Elgato. And then we have this set up. Everything's working right now, and I actually have 2 scenes. I have a scene for the Elgato and a scene for the Blackmagic. But luckily, we haven't really had to use the black magic, and that's probably for the best. So if we can avoid using that and just stick with this one N64, that'll be good. But we technically have 3 N64s, and things have been going well. We've been testing carts and cleaning carts, and we are up to, we just finished M. So there's quite a bit. And I'm going to let the chat say hello, because I always let them say hello. So let's go up here. And it always looks a lot better on the laptop than it does the phone. So there's some people saying hello, and also wanting to know how dinner's coming along, which is the other thing.
10 minutes.
Mal is making some sort of secret dinner, and I'm not really sure what it is.
It's been a rough week for you and me, and I thought we deserved something probably moderately unhealthy.
It's been a hard week. It's been a really hard, like, it's, man, I came back from doing all the recording last week. I was gone all last week, and then this week I was like, all right, just gotta prepare for the stream, and like every little thing has gone wrong. Not to mention there's been some other personal stuff going on too. It's not been making things great. So this has been a really rough week. Fortunately, things are looking up now because things are working for the most part with the stream. The stream's going well. People are enjoying it. And as of this time, we've already raised over $1,000, which is fantastic. Our goal this year is $6,400, keeping with the theme of N64. And the donors have really brought it together the night before, and now we're up to over $1,000, which is great. We haven't even started, so things are going well. Right now, so I can get this out of the way because I'm interested. The highest donated game at the moment, and it looks like what we may start tomorrow with, is Beetle Adventure Racing. But Beetle Adventure Racing, Ocarina of Time, Buck, Bumble, and Superman have all been fighting for the top spots, so we still probably have another maybe 2 hours at most, and in those 2 hours it'll be interesting to see like which one ends up taking the top spot. So I'll update it before bed, and things could change overnight too, so I guess we'll see what happens. So it's sometime later. It's almost 2, and I'm getting ready to go to bed. I finished testing half of T. So we started at A, got all the way through the alphabet, almost to the end of T. And there's a good amount of T games, and there's a handful of W games, and then so there's not very many other ones at the end, but we've gotten every single game that we've tested to work, and all of them have worked on the modded N64, so basically I said I'm going to call it a night, because Mal went to bed a little bit ago, and I'm like, there's really no reason to stay up. I think we can get all the games to work, so I'm not too concerned. People have been fighting over the totals. I think we've raised $1,200, which is pretty good, because the event doesn't start till tomorrow. Well, I guess in 10 hours. And currently Ocarina of Time, it's got $200. It's at the top. Beetle Adventure Racing behind it at $150. Buck Bumble at $115. $108 Superman, and Hey You Pikachu at $71. And then there's quite a bunch of other things down there too. So there's a lot. There's a lot of different games. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun tomorrow. I've had some problems with OBS, but I've had a lot of problems just in general. Just trying to get everything working, and then to finally get everything working, and then something explode and stop working. It's been a struggle. I'm really tired. I'm really tired. So it's 2. I'm gonna sleep until 10:30, so I'm gonna get 8.5 hours. So that's good. And big day tomorrow. It's good. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna raise a lot of money for kids. Our goal is $6,400, but I think that we'll beat 7,000. I think we can do it, so we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we? Now we have a stack here of 15 games in A through C on the N64 library that just don't play.
One of the children came and sat in my lap. I push her off. I shout, "Get away from me!" I can see the Adam oozing out of the corner of her mouth. It's thick and green.